Well, have you all got your pots and pans out and ready to cook? I don't know if I am. I just got out of the rain. I was on the highway. I just attended the Mill Valley Film Festival and saw Ben Affleck's masterpiece, Gone Baby Gone. I mean, what an amazing film. Remember, Ben Affleck and Matt Damon shared the screenplay, the best Oscar screenplay for Good Will Hunting, and this new film is phenomenal. I mean, if it doesn't get Best Director, Best Picture nomination, Best Supporting Actress, Best Actor, I mean, it's just incredible. Anyway, and remember, Ben and Matt as little kids, had this dream, so maybe you have this dream too. And it was just so wonderful to meet him. He's extremely grateful, and I let him know that my mother is housebound in a wheelchair, and she's from Boston and Dorchester and Cambridge, and she relives her childhood and her neighborhood. She gets to experience her neighborhood every month because she watches Good Will Hunting almost every month. So she can't get out of the house, but she can go home. Anyway, so which is an interesting story because this is my office is in my old bedroom where I grew up, and I went to Hollywood to make films many years ago, and I changed my name to Christina Ford because I was terrified I was going to fall flat on my face and everybody would know it. So I transformed myself into Christina Ford and hosted giant business parties at the Barrymore Mansion and brought together filmmakers and money people from all over the world and all the elements it took to make great movies. The only problem is that it was so difficult to find great screenplays. The money's there, the actors are there, the directors are there, they're just waiting for you. Believe you me, they are. And so I mentor a lot of filmmakers, some who have gone on to win, receive nominations for Oscars and Emmy Awards and things of that nature. And I always give them the same list of books when people say, well, a writer asked me, a director asked me, a budding young actress. I said, listen, if you're an actress, learn to write. Write your own role, like Sylvester Stallone or Nia Vardalos. If you want to direct, get a great screenplay in your hands that you have written. Know how to do that. Even the great actors like Michael Douglas and Harrison Ford, they know screenplay structure. And Michael Douglas learned through Streets of San Francisco with the epilogues, Act 1, Act 2, Act 3 epilogue. Harrison Ford was at one time married to one of the greatest screenplay writers on the planet, Melissa Matheson, who wrote E.T., Black Stallion, Indian in the Cupboard, Escape Artist, Kundan, about the Dalai Lama. So it really is important, if you are interested in this industry at all, learn screenplay writing and structure, even if you're not going to use it as an actor, specifically to write your screenplays. So let's get started. First of all, let's go on to the first book I recommend, and I recommend it in order because if you're going to be baking, you want the souffle to rise. If you do not do it the right way, if you do the step 5 at step 2, it does not work. So, okay. First one, Adventures of the Screen Trade by William Goldman. A great book. The Politics of Screenwriting. Should you be pursuing creating a project that's a low-budget picture, or is your idea a big-budget picture? Is it an indie? Is it a movie of the week? Read this. What kind of stars, non-stars? Read this book. It'll give you great guidance. The Bible for Spielberg, Lucas, Hero with a Thousand Faces by Joseph Campbell. In it you will find The Hero's Journey, which is really a map for great screenplay writing and extremely important, and also a great map for life because life is about making change and transformation, and so are screenplays. So Hero with a Thousand Faces, highly recommended. Get to know the hero's journey. The next book, The Writer's Journey by Christopher Vogler, because he simplifies the hero's journey. However, you do need to take a very close look at the area and the hero's journey, something called The Atonement with the Father. When you read it in Vogler's book, he doesn't really go into depth with that because that's where the transformation is created. That's where the diamond becomes from coal, that piece of coal goes from coal to diamond. Very important part. So, Writer's Journey by Christopher Vogler. Screenplay by Sid Field. Excellent. It will show you form. It will show you wonderful things, plot points. Teachers at USC and others say you don't need plot points. Believe you me, Every successful film has a hero's journey and the plot points, whether consciously or unconsciously used. I have gone to films with Sid, and he is timing, what's that first plot point within the first 10 minutes or whatever. And, people say Pulp Fiction doesn't have plot points. Listen, Sid has walked me through the points. They're there. So please, don't screw up your screenplay. We want it to rise, remember? Also, I really recommend a book like something like The Family by John Bradshaw or Harville Hendrix relationship books. Why? Because your story is always set in a familial situation, whether it's a prison or a family or a school or a business. It's all about a family going from a dysfunctional level to a functional level. And usually it's shown through a character's transformation from seeing the world incorrectly to, seeing it in a different light. And seeing the way a person looks at life is what frees them from whatever is keeping them from the treasure. So really, really important. So when you have all this together and you have all the ingredients and you go, here it is out on the table, and where do I start? Or, I'm afraid, or what do I do? This is when you pick up this book. It's How to Write a Movie in 21 Days. Read this and it'll go, it'll keep you on track. It'll make, right through the writer's block. So I would recommend this is the list, and, everybody has their own list, but these are mine. You can also, Richard Walter has great books. You can, Linda Sager had how to do a great rewrite, but even Linda Sager doesn't use Hero's Journey. I asked her, and I really think that's a really important thing to keep in mind. If you want to do romantic comedies, and Nia Vardalos, who's one of my heroes, I bumped into her at the store I put together with my former mate called Fred Siegel in Santa Monica, and I was like, oh my God, I'm such a big fan of hers, and I ran up to her and I said, oh, you're my hero, and we had a great conversation about the fact that there just aren't any good roles for women out there, and really, when you look at it, very few good roles for men, too. So anyway, if you want to take up writing the romantic comedy, if you're doing that genre, this is by Billy Murnett. Anyway, this is my suggestion. You can take it or leave it. Everybody has their own path. But it's a real exciting journey to write a screenplay, and if you could become the goose that laid the golden egg, which would be the golden screenplay, and you could poop out some golden eggs whenever you wanted, the whole world will thank you, because we all need great stories to inspire us. And who knows, we might see you on the red carpet someday and, be applauding you in the theaters and applauding you in our living rooms. Anyway, I want to wish you the greatest success. As I mentioned, Nia Vardalos, here was an actress who didn't see the roles that she wanted to do. She couldn't get arrested, and they wouldn't put her in a film, so she created her own. Sylvester Stallone did, and I will guarantee you, when you say you live in Mobile, Alabama, or St. Louis, and you don't know anyone, it's not about who you know. I don't care what people say. When you have that great screenplay and it represents a journey you have taken, a journey through awareness, transformation, whatever it is, it's like a dog in heat. It puts out this invisible beeper or whatever, and you'll be at a farmer's market. You'll be shoveling, hay, and somebody's car is going to break down, and they know somebody who knows somebody. So don't worry about who you know. Don't worry. Just do it. Just, look at these books, and I will assure you, you will find some really exciting direction to give you some fuel, perhaps, for transforming your own life. Because that's what a great story is all about. It's all about transformation. And God knows today we really need laughs. We need wonderful stories to inspire us all. And all I can say is I hope we have a lot of successful cakes rising, or souffles, or whatever you want to cook up. I'm waiting for them. I got my wallet, and I'm ready to go buy that ticket. So anyway, I hope you have fun, and hope to see you on the red carpet. And I think what you really have to do is just remember what William Goldman said, and that is, nobody knows anything. Nobody knows anything in Hollywood. And it's the truth. We all make up the rules and, make up the map as we go along. And hopefully that'll give you a little bit of inspiration, just knowing that nobody knows what they're doing. So, there's a recipe. Take it or leave it. And let's have a great feast. Come on, let's get it all. Let's have a great potluck. Come on, you guys, get going, get going. Let me know how things are going too. Email me, let me know. Anyway, have fun, and see you at the Oscars.